Robin told me, whatever you do, make sure the dog doesn't come home dirty. You know how you become the 5 people that you spend the most amount of time with? I believe that to be true because I had a dinner the other night with a new friend of mine who's a wildly successful business guy, super cool dude too, who, those two things tend to go hand in hand. And he just mentioned something just off the cuff to him that I thought was just absolutely brilliant. And he said, almost everybody that's selling real estate is selling what? Like, what is it? 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, has this view in this neighborhood. He says, what the industry really needs is for people to start selling the what, the who and the why, is what he said, the who and the why. And I was like, that is so unbelievably brilliant. And in our industry, that's a thing, like who and why. And so every Friday I run this class. It's called Build It with Chris. We're going to rename it something better than that. But originally it was a place where everybody that was getting the Loan Officer CRM could just show up with me on Fridays. I turned on my screen and it was like, okay, let's try and break this thing. Let's build the coolest stuff we possibly can, do it together as a community, and then whatever spits out at the end. So a member would show up with an idea that we had planned ahead of time, and then I would build it for them. That's why we call it Build It with Chris. And what those calls have evolved into now is really like an AI master session on us playing with cool tools that work in the industry. And we started a brand new series last week called AI 101 because I went to an event, a company paid me to fly in, do this presentation. So I showed up all like with this crazy presentation on how to use AI voices and how to have AI automatically respond to all your emails and your text messages, and how to have a chat widget on your website that automatically converts leads, and how to do all this referral stuff in your database. And I was like, okay, everybody, let's get started. And I started with a survey and I was like, okay, so how many of you are like actively using a ChatGPT account and understand it? And like 4 people in the audience put their hand up. Everybody was using ChatGPT, but nobody felt like they knew how to use it. And I was like, if I give this presentation, I'm going to be so far out in left field from where my audience is, and I care about the results that I'm delivering for this organization that paid me to come in and help their people. I was like, okay, let's scrap this presentation and let's just open up ChatGPT and have a good time. And at first I was like, am I shooting myself in the foot? Like, is this a bad idea? Because when you go off script, you never know what's going to happen. And it ended up being super valuable for everybody there, but also myself, because I realized that one of the greatest things that we can do inside our community is to network and share these moments where we have these really good ideas. So what Build It with Chris is the who. It's mortgage lenders, many of whom are running wildly successful branches that have hundreds of ratings and reviews online, that realize that AI is the future of our industry. We're all hanging out on this call and we're working. And then the other is like, why? I believe that AI is the largest fundamental shift that's going to happen in the mortgage industry, probably in our lifetimes, right? And we've been through the advent of like the fax machine and the pager going away and all those wonderful things. We went through that transition, which brought us the internet and Google and search engines and everything that we have now. We're going through another evolution of technology with artificial intelligence and quantum computing. So Google is the blockbuster of our generation. I'm not saying Google's going to be bankrupt and they're going to be out of business in 10 years, but people are going to be using AI assistants to get all of their search results, to get all of their information, to buy products and services. Like ChatGPT and OpenAI could take out Amazon, because people going to AI assistants to ask what products to buy, if OpenAI isn't using Amazon links, people are just going to buy what AI tells them to. That's the world we're living in. So if you want to build a big mortgage company, shouldn't you have AI recommending your mortgage services to all of the people? Like, the market's going to move. Whether you adapt to it or not is your choice, but you can't change the market. And that's what we talk about on Build It with Chris. It's just like, okay, what are the new tools? How do we use them? How do we provide a better experience to our customers? Because this change is happening. And so this is my invitation to you. Come join us on Build It with Chris. It's totally free. BuildItWithChris.com. Every Friday, noon Eastern Standard Time. and we get together, we have a good time, we have laughs. If you can't tell from this video, it's not formal. It's just like, how do we help as many people in the mortgage industry as possible implement artificial intelligence in their business? Lola, sit. Wait. What a good dog. Hold on. I know, precious seconds of internet. Okay, let's walk. Hola. Lola, good girl. Yes, haha. Crazy. Amazing what you can do with a little bit of consistency, huh? Build It with Chris. Consistency every Friday, learning about AI, implementing it in your mortgage business. And we're going through a brand new 12-week series. So we did 101, which was lesson number 1 last week, and I would love to see you join us for the rest. So head on over to builditwithchris.com. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have questions, feedback, comments, I'd love to see it in the comment section below. Much love. Hope you're enjoying the day.